Hooks are overrated. Welcome back to another game versus Sadstone as Cutter this time. I promised I would be playing Forge, but Sadstone and me played a lot of Cutter games. This is not going to be something too interesting, but I found that the 2v2 game I played with Born to Mine versus the Olympians and that other guy I did not know about was really not upload material, not really something you would like to see. I'm just gonna spoil it. We did end up winning both of the games, but it was more or less because they were so much leader screwed. Because their combo is they were running Forge Brute and we were running as Cutter Arbiter on the docks. And just looking at that, I just think that it would not make a lot of sense if I would upload that, because basically everybody knows how to beat that combo. It's not really something guys would like to see, I guess. So I decided to just not upload it. It was not such a good game, to be honest. So what I am uploading is my very last other game that I have recorded in my map, and that is this game, and it is a Cutter game versus Sadstone, where I just show the old one elephant thingy build that is actually really good, and just gonna show you how this works out for the Cutter players that are still out there. Just want to see how this turns out. Now Sadstone went for a reactor second, Barracks third build on this map to make sure he got his hook early or something. I really don't know what he's doing. I really didn't give a fuck, because this strategy is overpowered, guys, versus Enders. This is probably the best map for Cutter to play on. And this strategy is probably the best strategy you can pull off. So I'm just gonna go through this one more time and just see if I can still do it. I am gonna make some flamers here. I'm getting the turret up, but I'm not actually getting it unless he is really annoying with his warthogs. But it seems like he cares more about clearing the hooks with his hawk, so I don't really need to get that turret. His hawk is completely gone and vanished, and I feel like I don't really need the turret. It's quite of a risk to actually not get a turret, and in the strategy you actually do go for a turret, but I decided not to. So I'm going to upgrade 2 pads straight away. I'm going to get a vehicle depot 6 on my main base, and I'm going to have both of the hooks. So how awesome is that? I'm getting some supplies with the flamer right there. I'm going to unlock my elephant, and I'm going to be badass. I am going to go for a Kenny down tag. That's why you don't want to upgrade more than 2 supply pads. You're going to get 1 tank straight away. And after that, you're just going to do some stuff. So I ran this hawk like a boss, and I think my hawk dies as well, but I never even got gunner, so it's really good to see that. That actually worked out for me. I'm going for 1 quick tank right here, while my 7 building, which is going to be my tech 3, is getting up, making sure that he doesn't push on the reactor now, because, I have an elephant there. Why would he push on there? That would be really risky and stupid, and actually if he made it, that would be good. So I'm just gonna upgrade. I just upgraded 1 more pad. I'm gonna get 1 more upgraded pad because I feel like I can just do it. I can just squeeze that 400 out just as the tank finishes, just like that. And then I'm just gonna recycle the reactor on the base. I'm gonna build another vehicle depot for the double pump. Now I am gonna protect my hooks for a little while, but after quite some time, I decide to go for the expansion, which is actually one of the options I like to do nowadays, because you don't like the pushing on the hooks with infantry. Come on, you can still do that, but if I just split my main army up, then there's nothing really you can do with the flamers, and it's gonna be a waste of money. And usually around that time, people want to be focusing on gremlins and tanks because they don't want to lose the main war and everything. So that's kind of why clearing an expo is a possible option, because people don't really push on hooks nowadays anymore. You can still do it, like on chasms nobody does it anymore, because you can just protect it way too easy, and it just doesn't work anymore. All those little tricks, all those little details that people used to add, and everybody has got that now, man. Everybody knows when they should watch out for something like that, and it really just comes down to if you see it coming, then there's nothing really gonna do. Plus, he also has warthogs protecting his supply elevators and his reactor, so I figured that it would just be way better if I just cleared an expo and see what happened. And this is just gonna be, let's see, what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get this Expo. I know at some point, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but at some point I think he pushes actually on my hook, but not with flamers, I believe. If I remember right, I don't know if I know this right. So I kind of cut my double pump here for getting an extra base, and there it is. He pushes with one tank and 2 gremlins on this hook to try and take it away from me. So he probably expected half of my army to be there, because I usually split up some of my tanks in the early game until people stop spamming flamers, until they've like wasted 800 money on flamers and I'm 2 tanks ahead of them. And so he's going to take out that reactor. I'm just going to try to keep pumping some more, and I'm going to try to take out his tanks as much as I can before he actually gets the upgrade. And now he's going to take that reactor away from me, but I do have an expansion. So what's that going to mean is that I'm just going to be able to queue up a $500 reactor to still keep that pump going, which is actually really good if you think about it. I mean, I don't have to build a barracks again. I don't have to build a marine again or 2 flamers. I don't have to like set my tanks again back to the reactor to try and take that over. Actually, there's a lot of good things about not getting your barracks destroyed and just getting that extra reactor up. You can only do it if you have an expansion though, otherwise it's better just to keep your barracks. So maybe hooks are overrated, guys. Definitely not your supply elevator. Like early on they're fine, but guess what? You can just build a reactor for 500. It's like, it is in best case scenario 250 less, but at that point it doesn't matter anymore. And if I would have built a barracks and then built 2 flamers or 1 flamer or 1 marine and just send it over, that wouldn't have been as nearly as quick as how quick I got my production back now. Not close. Now there is this one thing, is that he also has the hook right now, so he kind of has a free tech too, but it doesn't really bother me, to be honest. I mean, what is he gonna get? Canister shell? He already got canister shell. He probably he could get power turret or something, but if I just keep the pressure on good enough, then I feel like he's never gonna get power turret. Cutter has an amazing double pump ability at this point of the game, and I feel like as long as I just keep the pressure on, also on the hooks a little bit, I mean, I could try to take it back, but with a solid double pump and an expansion, I feel like I can just keep the pressure on in so many ways that he's not going to be able to do a whole lot about, like, he could probably get chain amp if you really wanted to, like queue 2 reactors up right now and then get chain amp, and you know, it may be possible, but I wouldn't think of that as a good idea. Now, he is going to catch that 1 tank, which is very unfortunate. He desperately wanted to get that reactor back, but it's not going to matter. I mean, he does have that hook. That's fine with me. I am just still double pumping on, like, I don't know, 4 heavy pads and 4 normal pads. Solid double pump right there. Loads of money left over to drop mag here and there. And there's no way he's going to be doing. Look at his units. Like, I mean, congratulations, man. You took the reactor and you did your shit. But the Cutter's double pump is just the best. So maybe in mirror matches, it's good to get the reactor once in a while. But at some point of the game, if you do have an expo up, taking the reactor hook may not be as necessary anymore. Supply elevator, I would say, would always be necessary. And of course, if you want to tech up to tech 4, having that reactor is a must-have. But if you feel like you don't really need to tech up anymore and you just need to spam units, don't even bother going for that reactor anymore, because it's gonna save you a lot of money and a lot of time if you actually don't go for it. Just another tip and trick. So I'm killing the depot, obviously, because I do have loads of money. And I do have a double pump, and I don't want it to get much more units out. I don't want it to be able to abuse that tech, that free tech too. He got. He probably doesn't have any reactors on his base. No, he doesn't. And I just took out. So he did not have any reactors on the base. So he's actually a lot stronger than he should have been. But that's my own fault, basically. But I'm just gonna keep rolling in and keep damaging his base. I still do have a 23 population, which is about five tanks right now, 6 tanks even, and it's all fine. It's all fine. So just another reminder for you guys: if you feel like you down-teched, and you do have the expansion on this map, so of course this is very situational. You should not just build it on one base. Don't want you guys thinking that. But, you know, as an extra lesson, you don't always need to get the reactor back. Getting that other reactor up for 500 was not necessarily a lot cheaper, but it saved me a ton of time walking that marine over there. And what if the marine died and I still wouldn't be would be lost? I would be banking up money by that point. It would just be a lot easier to just get that reactor. So I'm going for a triple pump right now because I realized I still have money left over after a double pump. And it doesn't matter because the game is over. Hope you enjoyed this extra video for today. And, you know, I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah, bye-bye. Have a good day, man.
Ready for the